2. Welcome everybody to Weiss Camera Action, the triumphant return. I am your host, Aaron Weiss, alongside the King of Corridon, Alex Weiss.
Nobody can see me waving.
I'm also alongside the Duchess of Dunwoody and the Sage of Sandy Springs, Erica Jane Lavender.
Hi, everyone.
Erica, since our last recording, a major update in our relationship has happened.
For sure.
We're engaged.
Oh, I was going to do a drum roll.
Oh, whoops.
What?
But yeah,
It's crazy to think we haven't done an episode since we've been engaged.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been engaged holy crap.
About
4 months. Wow.
Longer than 4 months.
Longer than 4 months. Wow. Yeah. And we're getting married in less than 10 weeks. So be on the lookout for the special episode of Weisscast live from the honeymoon,
where I will finally be a Weiss in the Weisscast, which will be very exciting.
You're not going to pause for the honeymoon?
No, Alex, the grind don't stop.
Even though we have been on a hiatus for 4 months, it will not stop for the honeymoon.
It's been longer than 4. It's been like a 6-month hiatus for Weisscast and probably 5 for Weiss Camera Action.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, how have you been doing?
Good.
It's been a longer hiatus for you.
Yeah, January?
Yeah, so probably 7 months or so.
Yeah, I've completed 4 classes.
Nice.
And I'm on break right now. Much needed break.
Nice.
Sweet.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
It's 24 straight weeks of classes, which is, I don't know.
Been there. I've been there. You enjoying the program though?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it being done already, but
senioritis, 4 classes in.
I don't know if I technically have a grade. It's a 2-year program, and I'm not going all 2 years.
Well,
or both.
I don't know what else to call it besides senioritis.
Yeah.
You know. Well,
sure. You can have a senioritis spirit at any age level, any grade level.
That's true. But you know what? This is not Education Cast. This is Weiss Camera Action, the show where each and every week, Erica, me, and you, a third person, sometimes it'll be Alex, review movies that we've recently. Yes?
It's not every week. It's bi-monthly now.
No, well, not.
So,
or bi-weekly.
I think it'll be weekly, right? Because if we do,
yeah,
not to spoil it for the listeners.
Oh, wait! You said you're going to do an entire trilogy in 1 month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I misunderstood. Never mind.
No, yeah, it's weekly. So at the beginning of each month, we're gonna watch a movie that just came out in theaters and review it, and then we'll go through a trilogy the next few weeks of the month, and then the cycle will start over.
Yeah, and I'm planning on being what we're calling, I guess, the special brand new movie episodes, because I can release once a month,
which will be a lot of fun. So yeah, I guess that's our housekeeping. It's going to be pretty much the same format. We just might not necessarily. Well, I'm not going to rule out other types of movie series besides trilogies that we could.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, we could take on the MCU.
Yeah.
You could do 2 months of 6 movies, 3 1 month, 3 the next month.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Mission Impossible. There's 6 of them.
It's true.
We could do a 4-movie series and then a movie and its sequel to make it 6. Who knows? The world's our oyster.
The world's our oyster, for sure. But this week, as you might have noticed from the title of the episode, we are reviewing Jungle Cruise, starring Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt.
Rock the Dwayne Johnson.
Got some fun facts for you guys. This of course, was based on the Disneyland ride of the same name, and it had a budget of $200 million, and so far in its opening weekend has only grossed $14 million. But that does not take into account the Disney Plus
right
subscriptions. Usually, like, I know Black Widow got 80 million its opening weekend, and then another 60 million from Disney Plus. So I'm
big viewership there.
Are they counting the Disney Plus Premier Access as box office?
I think they're kind of counting it separately, and that's actually interesting. Not to get on a tangent, but that's like why Scarlett Johansson is suing Disney, because of her contract probably says box office, and I don't think that they're counting Disney Plus towards box office, so it's kind of like a loophole in the contract. So
Disney gets to pocket more.
Yeah, they're like kind of screwing her out of some money. But not to get on that tangent, this is not
Justice for
ScarJo Cast.
Or is it Tangent Cast?
Yeah. But yeah, most of it was filmed in Atlanta on soundboards. Yeah, they used a lot of blue screens, and the parts that were actually
in the Amazon.
The parts that were actually outside were actually filmed in Hawaii, so they didn't film in the Amazon at all.
Whoa.
Which I thought was kind of cool, but also kind of lame. Maybe Brazil has it's like difficult to film there. I don't know.
Perhaps.
Can either of you name all of the Disney movies based on Disney rides / attractions?
Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, Tomorrowland, Jungle Cruise. What else am I missing?
You're missing the Country Bears.
Oh, Country Bears.
And Tower of Terror.
What is Tower of Terror based? Like, what movie is based on Tower of Terror?
It's just called Tower of Terror. Yeah, the attraction is in Disney World, and it's a haunted tower.
Right. I know of the ride. I've never heard of that movie.
It was a TV movie.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah. Was it a DCOM?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Should be on your list then.
Should be.
But yeah. So this is the latest in the Disney desperately wanting to make money off of their rides without people going to Disneyland. And this is, in a lot of people's opinion, including mine, the first one that has really worked since Pirates of the Caribbean. So that being said, Alex, what are your thoughts and impressions? Like, what'd you think about the movie?
Well, it started off really strong, and I like that Frank's Rock the Dwayne Johnson's ride. His little tour guide thing was like it looked like a Disneyland attraction in the movie, where he was like pulling levers and shooting things to make things happen, and then he had the natives there to scare the people. And I was like, oh, this is cool. So I like when things kind of went in that direction, but I don't know. There was something about the movie that seemed a little forgettable after all was said and done.
Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, it was a movie that had kind of been done before. Like, people are really drawing ties to The Mummy. I was drawing ties to like Pirates of the Caribbean. Erica brought up National Treasure. And it did feel a lot like a mixture of those movies. Even the score to me felt like a light like a late 90s, early 2000s, like kind of cheesy action movie, like for the family.
Mm-hmm.
In a lot of ways, this movie felt like it came out like 20 years too late.
Yeah, I told Chelsea after we saw it, I was like, this seems like it should have come out in like 2006 or 2007, just because they had like those kind of weird 300 type of shots, like the speed up and slow down, just a few of them.
Yes.
But overall, I enjoyed the movie. I mean, I don't regret seeing it in theaters.
Oh no.
I think it was a decent like return to theaters in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Like it was fun to
Old
see.
notwithstanding.
Yeah. I think that there were some times when the chemistry between the cast was really good and sometimes when it was just bad. But I'd like to hear from Erica, her thoughts.
There was so overall I did really like it. I thought it was just like an entertaining movie. It wasn't hard to follow, and like it wasn't like, I don't think like the most incredible movie I've ever seen, but I just really thought it was a fun movie. The one thing that I didn't love was Emily Blunt's character, and it's not because I thought that she was like I don't think that she was badly written necessarily. Maybe a little bit. Like, I think she could have been written better in some ways. But I think that she didn't come across. I don't remember how I explained to you why I didn't like her. I remember saying that to you after we saw it. But, yeah. I really liked her dynamic with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, but I didn't really. I don't know. She just was kind of annoying to me, I guess.
I remember you saying that you kind of wish it was like either like a local or like a native girl's ambition.
Yes, that's
to
what
find the treasure, as opposed to like some, upper class
British woman kind of inserting herself into like a legend that really had nothing to do with like her life at all. I feel like it could have been even more compelling if it was like a woman who was like native to the Amazon and we were following her story. So that's what it was. Thank you. Because I was like, it's not really a knock against like Emily Blunt's acting or how Lily was written or anything like that. I think it just could have maybe been a different perspective that we were getting in the movie. That's what it was. Thank you.
And that in a lot of ways would also have made the villain more compelling. Prince Joachim. Just like, I know at the time, like World War I, Germany wasn't necessarily like this like I guess racist state. Like they weren't necessarily known for that like they were for World War II. But it still would have been a little like pretty compelling, like the German crown going after this thing to help them win the war against, just this, Brazilian woman going after something that was part of her people's history.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, I agree with you in a lot of ways on that front. And I think that's also kind of what made it seem like a late 90s, early 2000s movie, is like it's always an adventurer from like England or America going after a treasure that like is part of native culture,
right,
or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it was fun. It was a decent popcorn movie, and for the most part, the CGI was good.
Not the panther or the leopard. I don't think.
Yeah, the leopard thing was not great looking. But I mean, I think the leopard looked better than like the lions in Lion King.
I haven't seen that.
And I agree with you.
It's not great.
I have a question related to what you're talking about. Was there anybody besides the snake dude that was Latino, Latina, Hispanic, Brazilian?
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't think there was.
Um,
Hmm.
not in the top billing for sure. I mean, it was kind of hard to tell because his other conquistadors were, um, like they were
Bees.
obstructed enough that you couldn't really tell like what their skin tone was or what their like ethnicity or accent was. Like
Yeah.
whenever they talked, they didn't necessarily sound like. But for sure, the main conquistador guy sounded, and of course, Dwayne Johnson's kind of ambiguous in a lot of ways.
He's a Pacific Islander.
Yeah, he's half Pacific Islander, half black, but like he like looked kind of convincing as a conquistador, and
yeah.
So like that's what I mean by this ambiguous.
Did it look kind of weird for him to have hair and a beard?
Yeah, it did. But that's just because we're so used to him being bald, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it looked good, but I was like, wait, he's got hair and a beard.
I wonder if that was interesting for him to film. Like, he's probably not used to wearing a wig.
Hmm.
And it was a classic Dwayne Johnson movie because they everyone commented on how big he was. Like that's like his shtick. It's like, oh my gosh, you're huge.
And also unkillable. Oops.
And also unkillable, which they worked that into the plot. Speaking of the plot.
Yeah, what's this movie about?
We got a little plot. So in the 16th century, Don Aguirre leads the Spanish conquistadors to South America to search for the tears of the moon, a mythical tree whose petals can cure any illness. Whoa, this just freaked out.
Cure any illness, heal any injury, and lift any curse.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
After most men die in the jungle, the survivors are nursed back to health by a local tribe using the tree petals. When they refuse to reveal the location of the tree, the Spanish destroy the village. As punishment, the conquistadors become cursed by the village chief to never die and to never be able to leave sight of the river or of the jungle, or the jungle would take them back for all eternity.
That's interesting. That's how they started the plot. Not that we need to analyze the plot like we used to always do.
In 1916 London, Dr. Lily Houghton, I didn't know that was her last name,
Neither.
And her brother McGregor present Lily's Tears of the Moon research to an association, the Royal Society of Explorers, explaining that the petals could revitalize medicine and aid in the British war effort. The Houghtons request access to an arrowhead recovered by Dr. Albert Falls that Lily believes is the key to locating the tree. When the association denies their request, believing the tree is a myth and the female scientist is unqualified to join their ranks, Lily steals the arrowhead. She narrowly avoids Prince Joachim, a German aristocrat. Everybody who also wants the arrowhead to find the tree. In South America, Frank Wolf takes tourists on Jungle River cruises, which are embellished with fake dangers and corny jokes, just like the actual ride. So I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but apparently the skipper on the attraction Jungle Cruise is known for his really cheesy like dad jokes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's why there were so many just like really corny, just bad jokes.
Yeah.
That's fun. When his boat engine is repossessed by the businessman Nilo, why hadn't we talked about how little Paul Giamatti's in this movie? Like, I needed more Paul Giamatti. I wanted him to team up with, he's the Italian guy. Mm-hmm. I wanted him to team up with Prince Joachim and like go after Frank and like, you know, like his motives are just getting back his money and his engine or whatever, but like Prince Joachim is like going after something so much bigger. But anyways, Frank pretends to be Nilo and claims the Tears of the Moon is a myth and that she could not withstand the dangerous jungle. Oh wait, I skipped something. Frank attempts to steal it back. Caught in the act by Lily, Frank pretends to be Nilo and claims the Tears of the Moon is a myth and that she could not withstand the dangerous jungle. He then backtracks after noticing Lily possesses the arrowhead. Frank's deception is revealed when the real Nilo shows up, but Lily hires Frank anyway after he underbids Nilo and bravely fights a jaguar.
Sorry if I missed a question or something. I do agree. More Paul Giamatti would have been good.
Oh, you're good.
Because you cut out or froze or something. There for a second.
I hope it's recording okay. Frank, Lily, and McGregor depart on Frank's boat, but they are nearly intercepted by Nilo attempting to confiscate the engine by mercenaries hired by Joachim to retrieve the arrowhead from Lily, and by Joachim himself attacking in a German submarine.
So Nilo and Joachim were kind of working together. They just didn't work together that much.
I guess. After making their escape, it is revealed that the attacking jaguar was actually Frank's pet, Proxima. Lily wonders if Frank can be trusted. Joachim locates the cursed conquistadors whose bodies turned to stone due to them traveling too far from the river, and they have been infested over time by tree roots, snakes, and insects. Joachim frees them by diverting the river and offers to help break the curse if they help retrieve the arrowhead. As Frank, Lily, and McGregor continue down the river, they grow closer. McGregor tells Frank that he was nearly disowned by his family due to being gay, although he never overtly says that. I know. He never says the word.
That's true.
But Lily stood by him. Breaking into Frank's cabin, Lily finds photos and drawings of inventions such as the automobile, but also discovers drawings of the arrowhead and research on the tears of the moon. Lily accuses Frank of wanting the tree for himself, but he explains he gave up searching for it a long time ago and believed it can never be found. A tribe of cannibals attack them and demand the arrowhead, but this is exposed as another of Frank's faked dangers. They are a friendly tribe he has an arrangement with. Frank apologizes and claims he was unable to call off the plan, but Lily rebuffs him. Trader Sam, the tribe's female leader, I didn't know that was her name.
Me neither.
Translates the writing on the arrowhead, revealing the tree's location and that it only blooms under a blood moon. The conquistadors attack and take the arrowhead. Frank recovers it and gives it to Lily, but is fatally stabbed through the chest with a sword. Lily runs away from the river, so the Spaniards are unable to follow her due to the curse's limits. The next morning, Lily discovers that Frank has miraculously survived. He reveals that his real name is Francisco, and he is one of the cursed conquistadors, unable to die or leave the river. The expedition to find the tree was originally a noble one to save Aguirre's sick daughter, Anna. But when the natives were attacked by the Spaniards, Frank switched his allegiance to help the villagers. After years of fighting, Frank trapped Aguirre and the others in a cave where the river could not reclaim them, and where they became petrified. He then spent centuries searching for the tree to lift his own curse, but unable to find it without the arrowhead, he had finally given up. An injured McGregor stays behind with Trader Sam while Lily and Frank make the final journey to the tree. McGregor is captured by Joachim and forced to reveal the tree's location. Joachim breaks his arrangement with the cursed brigands and in order to
smashing bees.
Yep. In order to keep the petals for himself, but Frank, Lily, the Germans, and the Spaniards all walk into a bar. All converge on the tree. While solving the puzzle, the arrowhead is discovered to be a heart piece having a gem, which after placing blooms under the tree in the blood moon. The moon passes as they fight, and Lily's only able to recover one petal. McGregor fights Joachim, who dies, while Frank crashes his boat to block the river, which turns himself, Aguirre, and the other Spaniards into stone. Lily expends the petal to revive Frank and break his curse. The moon breaks out, one last ray of light and one petal blooms. Lily's research can proceed. Returning to Britain, because at this point it's not the United Kingdom, I don't think.
1916?
Yeah, I don't think it's the UK at that point. The society is offered full membership to Lily, which she rejects via McGregor, who uses the opportunity to insult the society, saying that they are unworthy of the research or the tale of the trip or anything they learned by it. Primarily stories due to their chauvinism and insular nature. Lily fulfills her promise to show Frank all of London, and the movie ends as she gives him his first driving lesson in her automobile, where she herself delivers a corny joke worthy of Frank's admiration. So, that's the movie. That's the movie. Jungle Cruise. Yeah, I think we should give it some ratings. Or Alex, do you have a Darmok review?
No. I didn't know we were going to go full classic mode on this. I didn't do any preparation outside of watching the movie.
Fair enough.
Huh? I mean, you want to dissect and discuss it a little more?
Sure. Go ahead.
I would like to
what's that, Erica?
I was going to say, I would like to talk about when it's revealed that Frank is 400 years old and all that. Like, because for me, I was suspicious because I was already thinking it was reminding me of Pirates of the Caribbean in some ways. And then whenever, I can't think of when exactly it was that I kind of was starting to think maybe, I think it was when we saw the guy who was like covered in honey and had like bees and stuff and like all of the other conquistadors. So I was like, I wonder if Frank is one of them. And then whenever Frank got stabbed and like fell to his death, I was like, oh, he's not dead. He's probably like immortal. And whenever they found him alive, I was like so stoked because I was just very excited that my prediction was right.
She pointed out that when Proxima attacked in that restaurant, when Frank got bit like twice and he didn't bleed.
Yeah.
And he didn't bleed whenever he was stabbed.
Yeah, I had just been suspicious of him. I was like, something's up. You know? Anyways, I just thought that was interesting.
And here I was thinking if the stab didn't kill him, the fall should have, because he hit like 4 branches and like a big rock.
Right.
He hit himself.
He did hit himself. He's just made of steel.
Anyways, I'm usually very bad at predicting like little plot twists or like new developments in movies, so I was just pretty proud of myself for that one. So I just wanted to bring it up. Thank you all.
No, yeah, I was like, I didn't figure that like he would die, or if he did die, I didn't think he would die just before the third act.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought he might die in like the end.
Right.
But yeah, I didn't necessarily seeing him being a conquistador coming.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think, Alex?
I got 2 things. Like, after McGregor's speech in the beginning, he didn't really, to me, he didn't seem to like have that much of a purpose in the plot. He just seemed like excess baggage. And the whole movie was about Emily Blunt's character in The Rock.
Baggage.
Yeah, literally excess baggage. I was just like, what is he doing here besides distracting from the main 2 characters?
His character kind of helped round out Emily Blunt's character a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially like once he was like kind of telling Frank about like why he sticks around with Lily.
Yeah.
Like that kind of showed like a different side of Lily. But other than that, I think you're right.
I was kind of comparing him to Riley in National Treasure. He's really just like the sidekick that has funny lines and isn't really like super keen for the adventure like everyone else is, but he's just coming along with it because that's who he's with and whatever. So
Yeah, I'm just glad he didn't end up being whatever Will Turner's son's name was. It's like,
what was his?
Nobody knows.
That guy sucked.
The other thing was like I was pretty much on board with all the story beats until the end when Lily she gave up her flower, and I was like, oh, is she just gonna throw away all her research just for this dude? But then the moon popped out and gave her another flower, so I was like, okay, her selfless act was redeemed. But I was like, what are they just like? Is she just gonna just throw away like
that entire adventure?
That entire adventure just for this one guy
who was already 400 years old, like he's lived in his life.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I don't necessarily understand like the magic of like being turned to stone or whatever, because like I guess was still technically alive, you know, but it's like I guess it's because all he wanted to do was be put to rest, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like in my mind, if you're a stone, you can't do anything. You can't like think or anything. You know what I mean? Like you're pretty much dead.
Yeah, I think that's what he wanted. I think because like I'm 400 years old, I'm ready to die. I think.
So why did she save him?
Because she wasn't ready for him to die. Because it's all about her.
Because she loved him.
Lame.
But like, think about it from her perspective. From her perspective, she just threw away all of her research and all her potential research.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think I really liked them as like kind of like frenemies, like back and forth bickering. I didn't necessarily like them as like a romantic type couple, you know?
Yeah.
I liked their bickering and camaraderie that they had in like, you know, the end of the first act and all through the second act.
Yeah. I honestly, I was wondering the whole time if they were going to end up like romantically together or if they just stay friends or like what the ending situation would be. And I guess like if he's coming back to England with her, like it makes sense, like them being romantically together. I don't know if like two buds just want to like kick it in England together until they die. But
that's the name of our new podcast.
Two buds.
Yeah.
I would have been happy if the movie had ended either way with them just kind of like being besties for the resties or actually being romantically involved.
Well, it seemed like they kind of tried to split the difference, didn't it? Like they didn't really. Did they kiss? I don't remember.
I think they did.
I think because they were definitely like getting us prepared for them to kiss when he was giving her breaths when they were underwater.
Oh yeah.
And then after he came back to life when she put the pedal in his mouth, they kissed together.
That was like the first thing that happened.
Which was like such a Disney ending. I was like, of course.
That was
like he's gonna die and then she's gonna do some selfless act to bring him back. It was such a classic Tangled, Frozen, any of those movies. Just like that.
Well, not Frozen though.
Yeah, Frozen.
No, Frozen's like famously not that.
Well, it's not romantic, but it's still a sister makes a selfless act of love to save the other.
Yeah.
It's still like.
But yeah, that's in my opinion what made the movie feel like 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you're frozen with your hands up right now. And
he was like a mime in a box.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine, but you're frozen with your hands up. You look like a mime.
I'm a mime.
A mime's a terrible thing to waste. Yeah, I think if this movie had come out in like 2001, I think people would be talking about this movie in the same like nostalgic vein as Pirates of the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm. I agree to a certain extent. I feel like they might have changed it a little bit if it was in 2001. Like, it almost felt a little too long in some of
The
the.
movie,
Yeah.
the movie could have been cut down by 20 minutes, I think.
I didn't know if I felt that way because so Aaron and I had a very interesting movie going experience seeing this movie. Like The Power had been out earlier that day at the theater, and so like when we got there, the movie had already been going, and so we had to like ask the guy working there to like start the movie over. So then by the time
Was it just you two?
No, there was like 10 of us in the theater, maybe.
Okay.
But
I would say more than 10. There were like a few families.
maybe a couple, no more than a couple dozen.
Yeah.
So
but-
nobody else had seen the beginning of the movie?
No, yeah, we had all gotten there to see Jungle Cruise, and there was only one person working. And because the power had blipped, it like messed up the projector. And so whenever we had gotten our tickets and refreshments, we were going into, or Erica was going to go get our seats in the theater while I was waiting on something. And she came back out and said, yeah, it's in the middle of the movie. Like, so we informed the guy that was working, which is really sad that it was only one person working.
Wait, the ticket counter and the projection between those places, there was one person?
In the entire theater, there was one person working.
Luckily,
on a Friday night at 8 p.m., which is like so sad that the theater can't get more people to work on like that's like the biggest time you need people working.
I feel like that could be a safety thing too, like to at least have two people there to
I agree. Yeah.
watch the till.
We were all going to see the same movie. Nobody was seeing anything else. So
I tell that story to say I couldn't tell if the movie felt long because we started watching it so much later than our ticket time was, or if it really was a little longer than it needed to be.
It was probably a combination of both.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it could have been cut down by 15 or 20 minutes, and it would have been perfect.
Yeah, I felt like there was some weird like editing and cinematography choices that may not have been there 15 or 20 years ago. I can't think of any specific.
They definitely couldn't have done it mostly on a soundboard 20 years ago.
Right.
They would have had to do on location or like on some river and convince us that it's the Amazon, like,
or a bunch of sound stages that look, not green screen, but actual sound stages with a bunch of water.
Yeah.
So is it a good thing that modern filmmaking looks old, or I don't know, probably not.
I don't know. It's tough to say. I feel like it's funny. If it was 20 years ago, I think The Rock still could have been cast as Skipper, as Frank.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know who would have been like the Emily Blunt character.
No. Yeah. It's funny you mentioned The Rock from 20 years ago, because like I was asking Chelsea what her first The Rock movie was, and she's like, I don't know, maybe the Journey to the Center of the Earth or whatever that's called.
Mm-hmm.
And I said mine was a movie called The Rundown from 2003. And it also takes place in a jungle. So
mine was Walking Tall.
Mine was The Game Plan.
Such different experiences.
But he was in one of the Mummy movies, wasn't he? He was the Scorpion King.
He was the Mummy Returns, yeah.
All comes full circle.
No.
But yeah, I mean, if I had to give a score to this movie, I'd probably give it 6.5.
I would give it a 7.
I was thinking 6, because like while I was watching it, it was entertaining, but I woke up the next day and it was like an hour, and then I was like, oh wait, I saw a movie yesterday. And if I really like a movie, I feel like I'd be thinking about it the whole time and just kind of wake up and have that glowy, good movie feeling.
Right. That's fair.
So collectively, we give this movie a 6.5. Yeah, I do think it's a pretty forgettable movie. I probably won't watch it again until, like, I don't know, maybe I'm a parent and we're just hanging around one weekend and like the kids want to watch something on Disney Plus. They're like, "Oh, look at this movie. It came out when you and mom were engaged." Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I can't see myself watching it again in the next like 5 or 10 years.
It's not a movie that I'm like, oh, I cannot wait to watch it again. There's lots of times where I leave the movie theater and like, oh, I feel like I need to watch that again. So I can,
Yeah.
like, you know, like either so I can get more of it or just because it was so good, they want to like relive it. But this wasn't one of them. Yeah.
Here's the question, like, this is like, I don't know how much we need to contextualize our viewing, but this is my first post-pandemic, well, sorry, yeah. This is my first movie in the theaters since March of 2020.
Okay.
And this particular movie has been delayed for almost 2 years. Like, it was supposed to come out in 2019.
Oh, wow.
I don't think I knew that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So how do you guys think this would have done well in 2019? And I think it was supposed to come out in the fall, or does it seem like a summer movie, summer action?
I think it seems like a summer movie.
It does to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those kind of rare movies where like maybe the delay was good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand necessarily why it was delayed an extra year. I think it would have been done fine if it had gone straight to Disney Plus, like as the.
Well, Disney didn't release anything that was premiere. Well, they did what, Mulan last year.
They did Mulan,
but they didn't do much. They tried to delay their bigger blockbuster movies, I thought, or the ones they really wanted to be in theaters.
Yeah, I think this movie would have done as good. Maybe not as good as Mulan, but I think it would have done fine because I mean, The Rock sells. Like,
That's
yeah,
true. Yeah.
This would have been great last summer too.
Yeah, because nothing came out last summer.
Oh no.
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize because Mulan came out, I guess, early summer 2020, and it was the first premiere access.
It was supposed to come out in March of 2020, and then it came out
in the summer,
August or September, maybe.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was like so late summer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's hard to speculate. Speaking of viewing experiences, Alex, have you heard of 4DX?
No. Is it anything like D-Box?
I don't know what that is, but I'll explain it to you, and you can tell me if it is. So at Regal Theaters, they have a new 4DX experience, and it's kind of like Big D with the biggest screen.
Oh, okay.
But it also has like sensory effects. So like there'll be like if there's wind in the movie, like the air will blow a little harder. There's like little spritzers on the back of each seat, so you get sprayed with water a little bit. There's like a little gust of wind that'll blow on the back of your neck for certain parts of the movie, and the seats will like shake. So like when the boat was like rocking, the seats would rock too. And apparently they've spent like a ton of money on this, and the people at Kinda Funny reviewed this reviewed Jungle Cruise and they saw it in 4DX and they were kind of split. But I think it'd be fun to go see this at a 4DX theater.
Yeah, that's a little bit like D-Box. D-Box just shakes your chair.
But apparently with movies with snow in it, they have like a snow effect, and I really am curious about that. But I wonder if any of our Regal theaters around here have 4DX.
Yeah, we have to look into that for sure.
Could you just imagine how ridiculous that'd get? Like, you're watching a Fast and the Furious movie and somebody slices open a car or whatever they do and like oil sprays all over you and then something lights on fire and you're like, my hair.
The seat gets really hot.
Yeah, the seat gets really hot.
But yeah, I mean, I'm sure those were like $20 a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
It's so expensive, but I think it'd be fun for the right movie.
Yeah, I feel like wouldn't want that my first viewing experience.
Yeah.
No. What's that?
The person on Kind of Funny that didn't like it said the same thing. She was like, I wish that I had seen the movie just regular first and then maybe had gone to see it with the 4DX.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
What was I gonna say? I would advocate for more recliners in theaters.
The theater we went to had recliners. I think next time I just might bite the bullet and go to the theater that's in Tucker.
Yeah.
The Movie Tavern.
Yeah.
I feel like it. I don't know. I've not been there, but I feel like it might be better.
I've been there once or twice, and I don't remember if they have recliners or not. I really don't, because they have like a little table in front of you to eat.
Ooh.
So I can't imagine there also being a recliner too, because I feel like you would kick it.
Or we could just come up to the Regal up here.
That's true.
But yes, do we have any other thoughts or impressions of this movie?
No, I guess the only other one I had was like, to a certain extent, it didn't matter what I saw in theaters. It was just nice to see a movie in a theater again.
Very true. Very true.
This was like, it was a good movie to see in the theater. Like, you know, a little forgettable, but like, I wasn't offended that I saw it in the theater.
Right.
Did you get like popcorn and stuff to like make
Yeah.
the theater? Yeah, we did too. We got popcorn, drinks, candy.
I won't tell you how cheap our tickets were either.
Cheaper than ours, probably.
Yep.
But folks, that brings us to the end of our Jungle Cruise review. Catch us next week.
Wait, did we want to talk about next month's first
run?
Yeah,
I'm gonna get there.
Oh, I'm jumping ahead. Sorry.
The next few weeks, me, Erica, and another guest, potentially Maya, who knows?
Who's to say what will happen?
We'll be reviewing High School Musical. And then at the 1st of September, maybe not exactly the 1st, I don't know exactly when it comes out.
September
but
3rd.
So first week of September, we will be reviewing Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. So our new thing is new movie once a month, and then we fill in the other weeks with a movie series. So yeah, that's Weiss Camera Action.
Can I say really quickly, get ready for some reckless grading on the High School Musical movies on my part. If I give something an 11 out of 10, just let it happen. Okay, that's all.
I will compensate.
Oh no.
0.
But yeah, this has been Weiss Camera Action, and we will see you next week.
No, you won't. It's a podcast.